How did Joe Biden's American Rescue Plan help any of you who are listening to this? I have to wonder because I know there was two stimulus checks that were put out for people who were individual. They went into my ex-husband's account. He would not give me any of the money. That's just how he was. Even though I had family members who were saying, "Oh, it's against the law for him to keep it." It's like, okay, well, when you're married, it's like it's joint stuff. I get kind of tired of that when people say, "Oh, it's against the law." It's like, well, what are you going to do? Arrest the person that you're married to at the time, even though the family members do know that that person is being physically and emotionally abusive to you. And that's the kind of the same principle with taxes. I might have to make a second video about that, but let's just touch on the American Rescue Plan. I was watching C-SPAN and Joe Biden was speaking about the American Rescue Plan. He was saying that a family of four making $110,000 gets $5,000. Now, my understanding is that would be what, a one-time lump sum? A one-time lump sum. But yet, the United States and the private sector went on ahead and inflated the cost of housing, the cost of living. The private sector raised rent prices during COVID. They raised the prices of everything during COVID. Why is that? Groceries went up, and they have been going up ever since. Why is that? That prices go up and people lost jobs during COVID. I've heard a lot of stories on the internet and on television from people who have lost jobs. And former presidents have said that a depression is someone who loses their job, they get unemployment, then they find another job. Or no, they called that, it's just job loss. A depression, a recession is someone who gets unemployment and then is able to find another job. That's sort of a recession right there. But someone who just can't find a job, that's a depression for them. You're making comparisons related to the economy. So this economy that we have with inflation is not working. And so I wanted to touch on that because it makes it hard on single people. It's like, well, how do people who want to be single and remain single survive outside of a marriage, outside of a relationship as freedom of choice? Where are the freedom of choices with that, surviving without a companion? That's something I want to ask.